again, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It will boost the live, push us out to the FYP. Also, I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to the little 1-cent gift goals. Right now, it is the love you very much. If we can knock that one out, that would be stupendous. How they say stupendous? How they say hello, Timberly, hello. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? How are you? How you mama now? Guys, how you mama now? Everybody doing good? We're doing good. We're doing good. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this thing started here in just a moment. Just making sure everybody is, the doors of the tabernacle is now open. Please get to the front of the front of the temple. This is the roll call. Deacons and deaconesses, welcome. Welcome in. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. You all right. Look to your left and say, neighbor. You all right. Look to your right and say, neighbor. You all right. I hope you guys had a great Friday. So, as we go ahead and get started again, guys, tap the screen, share the live, send your daily heart me if you have not done so. It's only one coin, it'll boost the live and push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals as well. That'll help boost the live. Right now, it's the love you very much, and that's pin. If we can knock those out. Hey, soldier boy, Itchy. W's in the chat, Itchy Banks. What up, big dog? Guys, as we get started, something I want to talk about, and I don't think there's been enough attention placed on this, but parts of DHS is shutting down at 12 o'clock. I think it's 12 o'clock Eastern, right? Parts of DHS is shutting down. And that's because they could not reach an agreement on a partial spending bill or funding for DHS because of everything that's happening with ICE. Right? That's an issue. Oh, that's freezing. 1 second, guys. Sorry, I just had to do that really quick. Hopefully that'll help over on the Tubi side. So they were freezing a little bit. Parts of DHS is shutting down because they couldn't actually come to an agreement with about the funding. And so ICE will be infected, Border Patrol will be affected, multiple entities will be affected. And it's all because of what happened with the amount of pushback that has been received from Kristi Noem, from ICE, from Tom Homan to, what's the other Nazi name? I can't remember, Bandino or whatever his name is. Anyway, I think that's a win, right? I think it speaks to the fact, like, not only did that happen, but then you could talk to the fact that, like, when it comes to ICE pulling out of Minnesota, like that happened, right? I think the public pressure that's being applied is necessary, right? It's absolutely necessary. And it speaks to the amount of change that comes when you don't just comply, right? I think that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. And like the reason why there's so much emphasis and effort that's placed on like just compliance and just like falling in line And hey, you don't want to do too much because, you know, you could be putting your job in danger. You could be putting your life in danger. You could be putting this in danger, that in danger. They always want you to believe like the reward is never worth the risk. The reward is never worth the risk. But I say it's always worth the risk, right? Like that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. When dealing with the fascist government, when dealing with an authoritarian, with dealing with the fact that we are going to absolutely lose our country, we have to be willing to do uncomfortable things and uncomfortable protests and uncomfortable pushbacks. I think that's necessary. And that's going to yield the results needed. I think that's something that it shows. And every time we come together as like a collective, was it Raw Diggity? Don't crash out, Santana. Yeah, I almost muted you. You come up here, tell me who's gonna crash out. One thing that I say is that whenever we've come together in force, we've always been able to affect some type of change. And I think that's what we always have to keep in mind. That's the big thing. They don't want us to remember that collectively we have the power. The power isn't in the hand of like the individual members of Congress. It's not in the hand of like leadership. It's not in the hands of the ultra wealthy. The power is literally in the hands of the people. But they want to make us feel as if we don't actually have that power. But we do. We absolutely do. So I love it when, Solid always signs off and say, all the power to all the people. Like, we have to keep that in mind. I think that's important. Now, with that being said, yes, I can explain U.S. exceptionalism, an American exceptionalism. With that being said, we are only looking for some debates. So if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We're looking for some debates. America's sick. America's sick. And the problem with America is white privilege, American exceptionalism. For some reason, everybody thinks America's number one when hell, we don't do anything that would make us be number one except the U.S. military and the GDP. MAGA, the right, you guys are violent. You're literally violent. Left, you guys tend to eat your own, self-sabotage. That's what we do. And last but not least, the patriarchy is absolutely harmful. Ryan, I know you want attention. Guess what you're not getting? I'm going to go ahead and mute you the entire live. And no, I will not let you up. Ryan, sorry, bub. You can kiss my ass.
You stepped in a box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, gets left out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey.
Step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff so you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana.
I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right, or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source.
Nope.
Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call. You skip once, I'm snatching it all. Yeah. Step in if you dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. Step in there, you care. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in.
Don't you wanna sparring with Santana? Yeah. This ain't a safe place.
It is not.
This is flame space.
Absolutely is.
Don't you wanna sparring with Santana?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana. And guys, if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We're only looking for some debates. Again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. MAGA, my chat is not your safe space. Like, you've been warned multiple times over and over and over. So unless you are Ryan West, you will never see the light of day on my platform, so you can actually leave. Like, you not only will you not, and you will not get any space on my platform. I think it's weird that you think you will. Regardless, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. I am only looking for some debates. We got someone in the box right now. How much you guys want to bet this person STR? There's a generic profile in the request right now. It says player. How much do you guys want to bet that player is just coming up a slur? I'm willing to bet that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm just a little cautious about the generic profiles. Let me set this. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Set the gift goal, pinned it. Guys, tap the screen, share the live, protect the live. Let's see what happens. Oh, let's see if they load. They might not load. They may have left before we could get them up here. Huh? Yep. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, I think it's the fact that I called them out. I've learned that once you actually call them on the weird shit, then they don't want to do the weird shit. Like when you beat them to the punch, they don't want to do the weird shit. But again, let's see here.
Hey, Santana.
Hi. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
I was gonna tell you. Can I line you up, bro? Can I get you a haircut?
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Hell no. Fuck Trump.
Okay. No. My barber, she's awesome. And then when I don't go to my barber, I cut my own hair. I'm good. Black people are funny about their barbers. We don't let just anyone cut our hair. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Research Jocelyn Rojo Caron.
Hey, no. Don't do that. That's not how it goes. All right, what are we doing? Jeez Louise, you guys respect people's boundaries. I swear, one of the topics that we will be doing on late nights is consent. Because a lot of people have a lot of issues with consent, and I don't understand why people have issues with consent. Like I'm not exactly sure what that's about. Hi, Rainey, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something in the background?
I love Trump.
Like platonically or like romantically?
Like, I don't know, man. If I was Trump in like the 90s and Epstein approached me and he said, want to come on my island, I'd be like, yeah, bro, like I want the cocaine.
Not today. Fuck out of here with that weird stuff. I don't understand why you guys, like, you're weird, but you're not even funny. Like, you're weird and not funny. Like, the only way you get away with being weird is if you're funny. That's why people love me. I may be weird, but I'm also funny. Go home, practice it in the mirror. Anyway, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. And guys, America's sick. And the reason why I say America is sick is because of the things that have plagued our country. White privilege. White privilege. One thing that I've been calling out about white privilege, and it's super interesting. I realized this today because apparently, like, the whole thing now is like, oh, Santana, you're a racist. Right? That's the thing. That's the thing. Santana, you're a racist because I call out racism. Like, it's always someone who has no actual understanding of anything, actually, who loves to say, like, I'm a racist for calling out racism, regardless. White privilege is literally the fact that certain people, white people, have the ability to move throughout society with society conforming around them versus them having to conform to society. It's so much more, but that's the first thing. It's the first excuse. What's the first excuse? What's the first excuse? I don't know what you mean. U.S. exceptionalism, American exceptionalism. American exceptionalism has been kicking people's ass. Like literally. And I still, no one still has been able to answer the question, what is America number one in outside of GDP and the military? That's a positive. That's a positive. I can name a whole bunch of shit that's a negative, but not a positive. MAGA, right? You guys are violent. Period. Point blank, period. Like, we can look at a historical view. We can look at the way that you guys are willing to accept violence, but you guys are violent. The left, we self-sabotage. I was listening to this one person, and they were talking about how Zoran Mandani is making Democrats look bad. And not in the sense of like Zoran Mandani himself, but in the sense that he has literally come into New York and just did the shit that he said he was going to do. Like, he's literally just shown up and started doing the shit that he was going to do. But other Democrats have always said, well, you know, need to raise more money to get it done. Need more funds to get it done. Listen, donate to my campaign and we can make this happen. And Zoran Mandani has just come up and like did the shit. But that speaks to even more so why the Democratic Party pushed back on him so hard. They pushed back on him so hard because they knew that he wanted to break the system, or the system as it exists, not the entire system, but you know what's happening. And so they would rather sacrifice an actual candidate who wants to do something beneficial for the people than to change the way the party functions. That's interesting. Last but not least, the patriarchy. The patriarchy has been something that has absolutely, overwhelmingly harmed anyone that's not a white man. I mean, I just explained the left self-sabotage. Oh, you said never mind, got it. The patriarchy has overwhelmingly harmed anyone that's not a white man. No matter where you fall on the different intersects, the patriarchy has not benefited anyone except white men. Pro-black, you said eternal victim. Come up here and tell me about that. I'm going to meet you because I'm super interested in what do you mean? But I sent you a request. Eternal victim, what do you mean? Come talk to me. Regardless, those are the things. Those are the things. And if you disagree with anything on the background, or if you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Yeah, dude, I disagree. Okay. I don't think it's sick. I think it's just fine, to be honest. And what that guy means is that, like, you just sound like you're wired to, like, find.
Slow down. Slow down. Wait for a second. We have a way of doing things here. There's decorum. Take your time. Don't just rush. Anyway, I have a question for you before we go too far. Before we get all active, right? Question for you. Do you know who I am?
Yeah. Well, like not actually, but I know you're a guy on TikTok.
Yes. I am a guy on TikTok, but a little bit more specifically, how about this? Let me give you a proper introduction to who I am and what this is. Give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Guys, welcome in. This is Sparring with Santana. One-on-one debates with Trump supporters or anyone that disagrees with anything on the background. I am Santana. And guys, if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. We are only looking for some debates, guys. Please do not request up if you are not a Trump supporter. We're not talking to friendlies. We are only looking for some debates. And if you are friendly, tap the screen, share your live, send your daily heart me. It's only one coin. It'll boost the live, push us out to the FYP. I'm going to keep resetting the daily gift goal to these little 1-cent gift goals. Right now, it's the chili peppers. If we can knock that out a couple of times, it'll boost the live as well. All right. So you said that you disagree with something on the background. You're a Trump supporter. You're getting ready to monologue about whatever the guy said or da-da-da-da-da. I don't really care about that. What point do you disagree with the most that you would actually like to start with? Liquidity?
It's sick. I think it's just fine.
Sure. Which point on the background? These are the points. Which point on the background
what's
do you disagree with?
What's US exceptionalism?
Yeah, I had to. It's American exceptionalism. I had to put US because it would have been like anyway. Do you know what American exceptionalism is?
Not really, no. Not
Okay.
at all, actually.
So American exceptionalism is the point, the premise that America is like the best country in the world. And that like we do better everything. And basically, my daddy's better than your daddy. My daddy can beat your daddy up. Basically saying America is like the best in everything. And really, we're not. Right. And so the premise that I have is outside of the United States military and our GDP, America is not the best in anything that's a positive. And understanding not only our place within a global society, but understanding the shortfalls and the improvements that we need in our society would be amazing. But for some reason, people just think that like we're just the greatest country. So that's American exceptionalism.
All right. I kind of, I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Okay.
But, what do you mean by white privilege?
Yeah, white privilege. Where I always like to start with white privilege is understanding that white people have been afforded things just based off of their race. And more so, the simplest way to start with white privilege is understanding that white privilege is having it and not knowing it. And also being white means that the rest of society tends to have to conform around you versus you conforming with society and like flowing with society.
All right, okay. Damn, I honestly, okay. Now this one, MAGA is violent. Now, what is meant by that?
Yeah, sure. So that means that the right as a whole is violence and perpetuated violence, whether it be on the premise as far as like mass shootings and things along those lines. Overwhelmingly, the ideology of the right is violent. But then you can also take a look at how the right thinks that they have a monopoly on violence, meaning that if it is violence that they're perpetuating, then it's justified, meaning it's good. But if it's violence that they feel like is being perpetuated on them, then they don't actually have, or they have a problem with that. So
I think I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that, to be honest.
Okay, sure. Tell me about it.
I don't think any side is like inherently violent.
I wouldn't say inherently violent, but the ideology that
in their actions, they're not violent either.
As far as the right, sorry.
In their actions, they're not violent either.
Okay. Cool. So substantiate that one for me.
Yeah, they don't do crazy shit, man. Like, what do you mean? Like, everyone, the school shooters, all right, they're Democrats and they're Republicans. Like, they're both. They're from both sides.
Yeah, they are. But taking a look at like the 30-year history, there was a comprehensive study that was completed as far as like mass shooters over the 30-year history of our country. And overwhelmingly, about 57 to 59% of three categories. Make sure I clarify that. Three categories. Right-wing ideology, left-wing ideology, and Muslim ideology. 57 to 59% were right-wing, and the rest were left-wing and Muslim ideology. So people who have done those shootings throughout the history.
Oh yeah, they're crazy too.
Has been right-wing. But then also you could talk about like specifically when we look at let's say what's been happening with ICE. And the justification of the murders of American citizens like Keith Porter Jr., Renee Nicole Good, and Alex Prettier, while saying that the reason why people say, well, they shouldn't have been killed, but the protesters should have been protesting peacefully. So
they should have.
See, right there. So saying that, the murder, well, it shouldn't have happened, but I understand because they should have been peaceful.
Why shouldn't they be peaceful? I don't get it. Like what?
Sure. Can you name one successful protest that has substance change throughout the history of our country?
Listen. I'm not saying protesting works. I'm just saying if you're going to get violent, you should expect violence back. Okay. You shouldn't be telling everyone that it's like unjust and this and this and that. Okay. I'm all for it. Like, if you want something done, you have to pick up a gun and organize people. But
what level of violence was perpetuated that caused murder?
What level of violence? He was acting. Which one? Depends on who you're like. Which person?
You can pick anyone. You know what?
I only know about the person you try to run over that guy with the car.
This one isn't talked about enough, and I feel like it's not talked about enough for two reasons. One, because it's not like blasting throughout the news, and it's not blasting throughout the news because two, it's a black man. Do you know what happened with Keith Porter Jr.?
I don't know which one that is. I only know about the guy who just got shot.
People don't know that one. Don't worry, I'll tell you about it. So Keith Porter Jr. was a black man. Keith Porter Jr. was a black man that was celebrating bringing in New Year's. Like most Americans, he decided that he wanted to shoot off his firearm to celebrate New Year's.
What?
Did you say what?
People do. I don't know anyone who did that, dude. Shoot their firearm? Miami. Where are they shooting it? Just in their city?
Yeah, people shoot firearms to bring in the New Year's. Yes, absolutely. Anyway,
my neighborhood, dude.
That's like an actual tradition, even something that I've engaged in. Anyway,
from where? Where are you from?
I'm from South Carolina, live in Washington State, but I'm going to finish the story. So
you guys are nuts,
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mute you because I'm going to get through this. All right. And then you can question away after I finish. So Keith Porter Jr. was engaging in his Second Amendment right and doing something that most Americans, or not most Americans, a lot of Americans actually have engaged in, which is shooting off their firearm to bring in the New Year's. And an off-duty ICE agent, not a police officer, not even an on-duty ICE agent, but an off-duty ICE agent heard Keith Porter Jr. discharging his firearm to bring in the new year and decided to take it on himself to see what was happening and ended up murdering Keith Porter Jr. Now, while this has happened, DHS has specifically given coverage to the off-duty ICE agent, not releasing certain information, not looking to pursue charges, because this is literally a case of a civilian murdering a civilian, but there has been no recourse or no repercussions yet for this ICE agent, this off-duty ICE agent who killed Keith Porter Jr. So, Liquidity, help me understand. How was this a situation of a quote-unquote peaceful protest where someone wasn't being peaceful, where Keith Porter Jr. wasn't even engaging with ICE and he still ended up being murdered by an ICE agent who's being protected by the government?
So I don't even think like that's an ICE I think the person who took him out just happened to be ICE. Like if it was a police officer, I think they do the same thing. Like I don't think it's an ICE issue.
It wasn't a police officer.
Yeah, but It could have been either. It could have been both ways. All right, it could have been both ways.
But it wasn't. I'm telling you
sure
the
it
reason
wasn't.
why his information has
Let's
not
be honest,
released
dude,
is because he is he's a federal agent under DHS, and they are not releasing the information, and there have been no charges pressed.
Well, yeah, dude, he's he's an agent, man. Like, if he's shooting guns, like by their houses, like in their houses, or like
liquidity. What jurisdiction does ICE agents have over American citizens?
What jurisdiction?
Yes.
Meaning what? Like they're agents.
What level of authority do ICE agents have over American citizens?
I don't know. I've heard people say that they're like akin to like FBI agents, basically.
They're not.
I think they are, man. They're both agents.
They're
100%. I'm sure if you look it up.
All right, at this point, like, you're being silly, and either you're going to engage in good faith, or I'm just going to kick you because, like, you're just saying shit now, and I don't know what's happening. So either you're going to engage in good faith and like bring actual information, or just admit that you don't know shit, and we can just move on.
All right. I don't know their jurisdiction specifically.
Perfect. So ICE has no jurisdiction over American citizens. Literally, they cannot stop nor detain American citizens unless American citizens are actively impeding a active ICE operation. A specific example, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. If an ICE agent is trying to arrest an undocumented immigrant and take the undocumented immigrant out, and an American citizen tries to physically stop the ICE agent, then the ICE agent has the ability to detain the American citizen. But as far as any other jurisdiction over an American citizen, outside of that situation, ICE agents have no authority at all. So understanding that ICE agents have no authority over American citizens outside of this specific situation, what authority would an off-duty ICE agent have to respond to even what he thought was an active shooter and then murder an American citizen with no types of consequence?
So he was an active shooter?
No, I said he thought that he was responding to an active shooter.
Well, dude, he's in the immigration and he's customs and he's like an enforcer, dude. Under some law enforcement safety act or something. He definitely has the
Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. I'm not doing stupid tonight. I'm not doing stupid tonight. Absolutely not. Nope. W's in chat for Megan for the $1 donation saying, hey, Santana, now I hope you have a great stream tonight. Much love. Megan, thank you so much for the one. And I'm really going to try. I appreciate you. W's in chat for Dragon for the $1 donation saying, guest has a frat boy laugh and I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe with the amount of brain cells that I feel like I just lost just now. W's in the chat for Dragon. Guys, if anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and links are in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
My bad. I didn't mean to request up. But you have a good one, though.
As well. Guys, again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter, disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Keep tapping the screen, share the live. Liquidity, go be stupid somewhere else. Hi, Ozzy, are you a Trump supporter? Or
I love you so much. You're such a good person.
Guys, please don't do that. Seriously, we're looking for some debates. Please do not request up if you're not a Trump supporter or if you do not disagree with something on the background. I appreciate you guys. But seriously, boundaries. Seriously, boundaries. It's weird when you guys don't deal with consent. Please and thank you. Liquidity, you're not coming back up here. There's no reason for you to be up here. You brought nothing to the conversation. I refuse. We're not doing that. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. America's sick, and America is sick based off of multiple points: white privilege, U.S. American exceptionalism, MAGA. The right is violent. Left, we tend to eat our own and self-sabotage. And last but not least, the patriarchy. And that's the one that I feel like a lot of people have not tried to engage with. And the thing that I find kind of super interesting with people not being willing to engage with the premise that the patriarchy is a problem is I feel like a lot of people don't fully understand the implications of the patriarchy. I think a lot of people don't fully understand how harmful the patriarchy is if you are not a white man. I think that a lot of people don't have a perspective on intersectionality. And I also think that a lot of people tend to buy into the way society has structured us to believe that men are like the leaders and it has to be this way. Like this is how things need to be in order to have a successful society. The interesting thing that I always think about is like the gap in between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, right? And I'm not just saying that because I'm someone that supported for and voted for Kamala Harris. I'm saying that in the sense that the level of competence we could have had in America as a leader versus the incompetence that we currently have as a leader, it's astounding. The gap is massive. And the gap is massive because literally, people couldn't fathom having a black woman as president. And that's because black women are often the ones who sit at the bottom of the patriarchal system in different ways. That's why they couldn't fathom having a black woman sitting in the highest seat in the land. I remember people saying that, well, we can't have a woman president because a woman president would be too emotional and start wars. Donald Trump has literally been so emotional that he has threatened World War III. Donald Trump was so emotional about wanting Greenland that he was ready to alienate NATO and trigger a massive war. All good, crash out host, sure, all good. I'm gonna mute you and then I'm gonna send you a request. Come on up here, let's talk about a crash out, Bub. You crash out coward in the comments, that's what you are. You thumb thug, get in the box. I sent you a request. No one cares about you being a thumb thug, a keyboard warrior, howdy partner. No one cares about that. You thought there we go.
You're so hard up for Gus. You're so hard up for Gus, you got to rip on him. So, that's what you are.
Anyway,
so hard up. Yeah, what you got
said, crash out host.
Yeah, you are. You crash out. Every time I watch you, you crash out.
This is crash
that's
in.
what you got.
Listen.
That's all you got is.
You're showing your fragility.
Here we go. Turn off the mic.
You're crashing in. That's because you're speaking over it. So let's
Trump's your daddy. He's your president.
I know. You guys have
he's
like this weird obsession.
Get used to it.
Sure. Listen, you're making yourself look bad. This is called not a crash in and run. Did he just crash in and run? Holy smokes. Jeez Louise. After him spamming in the comments, crash out host, he crashed in and ran. Him so sensitive. They got big feelings. They have really, really big feelings. I don't understand what's happening.
Hey, cutie patootie.
Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
No, you're such a cutie patootie.
Okay. Hey, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background and you are 18 plus. Children, please do not request up. This is not the live for you. I tend to forget that children are on this app. And if I did, then I would be mindful of the words that I say because I do not like to curse around kids. So children, do not request up. He came back just to run again. He was literally just in the box. He came back just to run again. Jeez, that was such a coward move. Holy smokes. That was a real coward move. I don't know if Ron's gonna load. I don't think Ron is gonna load. Guys, fucking W's in the chat for Michael. Massive, massive, massive W's in the chat for Michael. Michael sent a $50 donation saying, thank you for what you do. Michael, thank you so much for the freaking love and support and the kindness. Holy smokes. W's in the chat for Michael. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, W's in the chat for Gloria. Gloria sent a $5 donation saying, keep educating people. Much love. Gloria, thank you so much for the $5. You are absolutely amazing. Guys, if anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Reclaiming, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No worries, I'll drop you down. Background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No worries, I'll drop you down. Background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No worries, I'll drop you down. Background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No worries, I'll drop you down. Background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No. Background?
Oh, sorry, that was a mistake.
No. But definitely one of them. Oh. Haunted house for sure. I thought so as well. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. I'm gonna drop it down. As again, only request up if you, how much you want to bet this is the guy coming back on his spam account? Or STR. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? 181818. Are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. I've heard that troll as well. It's super interesting. I don't know. It's super interesting. Like they don't want to debate because they know they can't debate, and so they would rather like find the weird things that they can do to get away from debating, because they know if you actually make them stand on anything and have to defend their position, they can't defend it, but yet they still hold their position, which I think is super weird, right? Like I think it's super weird, right? The thing that bothers me is if I didn't have a logical basis for the things that I believe in, then I wouldn't believe those things. But yet, people on the right have no actual basis to believe in what they believe in, but they still believe in it. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't know. Someone said, can you explain the difference between leftist and liberal? Yeah, I mean, so liberal is a general term, but a lot of times when people call people liberals or whatever, it's just a moderate Democrat, and there's not much of a difference between a moderate Democrat and a Republican for me. And then even when you talk about leftists, like there's different forms of leftists. I'm a democratic socialist, but then you have people that are like communists and they're even further to the left than me. But like that's the interesting thing about like the two-party system. The two-party system doesn't properly exemplify the entire political spectrum, because even on the right, there's more than just like whatever. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Yes, I'm a Trump supporter.
Okay. I think America's sick. Hey, Swan, America's sick. And there's many problems. White privilege, American exceptionalism, the right's violent, the left eats their own, the patriarchy. You don't get to talk about the left eats their own since you're a Trump supporter, but which point do you disagree with the most that you would like to start with?
Honestly,
Also, you're kind of low. I don't know if your volume's down or if you can move close to your mic.
honestly,
in the chat for Swan, guys. Sorry.
No, you're good. I kind of disagree on the MAGA is violent part, or could you just like kind of explain it a little
Sure,
bit?
absolutely. When I say MAGA is violent, I mean the right as a whole. Throughout the history of our country, especially over the last 30 years, there's been a comprehensive study showing that the people that engage in the mass shootings more often than not have a right-wing ideology. But I think that the right wing of the political system thinks that they have, hey, that was in chat for Dolphin, thank you. They have a monopoly on violence, meaning that if they're the ones perpetuating violence, then they feel justified and vindicated in their violence. But if they're the ones that feel like violence is being perpetuated on them, then they think the violence is unjust. So, yeah.
Okay, so you think the right is more violent today than the left?
Not only today, but throughout the history of our country.
So can you give some examples of recent violent events from the right?
How recent?
Oh, like I mean, like years. I mean, like currently. You know what I mean? Like recent, like months, years. Because I think these protests are
pick a mass shooting.
Getting violent.
Pick a mass shooting.
Pick a mass shooting?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You pick one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, pretty much you can put a bunch of different mass shootings. Oh, that's so fucking cool. You can put a bunch of mass shootings in a hat and pull out a name, and more likely than not, the person who did the mass shooting had right-wing ideology. If you want to go for the low-hanging fruit, which, you know, like easy wins, then you just say J6. But even if you want to talk about, I like to talk about like the more complex understanding of like the monopoly on violence and the understanding that like people on the right have been saying that, well, like Keith Porter Jr., Renee Nicole Good and Alex Prettier, I don't think they should have been killed, but they should have been peacefully protesting and then they wouldn't have been murdered. And so that more so speaks to W's in chat for Swan, the fact that they are good with people losing their lives under their perspective, meaning that if they say like, you cannot engage in protest unless it's to my standard, and if it is not to my standard, then your murder is justified.
Yeah, I get what you're saying though, but at the same time, that's kind of a fact. If like, you know what I mean?
How's that a fact?
Like it's a fact that if they were peacefully protesting, they probably wouldn't have been murdered. But
okay. I have two unsolvable riddles for you.
And I'm not saying I support it, but okay, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, first unsolvable riddle. First unsolvable riddle. Name one effective protest that has occurred throughout the history of our country that has not engaged in some level of violence. Hey, thank you, Karen.
I probably couldn't.
Okay, all right. Second unsolvable riddle. What did Keith Porter Jr., Renee Nicole Good, or Alex Prettier do that was so violent that escalated to the point of them being murdered?
Well, I haven't like dove too deep in those cases, like at all, really. But from what I've heard, I mean, you can kind of educate me. But I heard that Alex Pretty had a gun, which, like I said, still isn't an excuse. But at the same time, it's like, who does that? You know what I mean?
Americans.
Yeah, I understand. But like when you compare the deaths that the right talk about and the left, which is obviously like people like Good and what's his name, Alex. And
so wait. Is your premise that Alex Purdy showing up with his weapon is more of an understandable reason why he was murdered. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Not saying that it's justified, but
no.
saying that it makes more sense that it was causational since he had his weapon. Hey, thank you, Karen.
In a way, yes, but I'm kind of like
cool. I'm so glad that you said that. Would Alex Purdy have been justified if he would have murdered someone with his weapon?
Yes.
Why?
Because he murdered someone. Why wouldn't it be justified?
I'm so confused with the logic.
What do you mean?
Alex Purdy, the one that got murdered, would he have been justified if he would have murdered someone else there? Not his murder, and him, like, if he was still alive and he had murdered someone else, would he have been justified?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay, tell me why.
Literally for what you just said, because he murdered someone else. I mean, if someone murdered someone that you loved, then what would you do to the person that
I don't think you get the question. Let me try it again. If Alex Purdy showed up and he murdered another protester, would you be like, hey, it's all good, nothing should happen to him?
Okay, I think we're getting off track here.
No. I need you to answer that question because, again, I feel like you didn't understand the question.
I already did.
So you're saying that he would have been justified for murdering someone. Would he have been justified for murdering an ICE agent?
Yes, bro.
Why?
Because he murdered him, my dude.
So he would have been. Do you know what justified means?
Yes, bro.
What does justified means?
Like meaning like it's right to do so. You know what I mean?
So you think that Alex Purdy showing up, if he would have pulled his weapon and murdered one of the ICE agents, then you would have been like, all good, don't put him in jail, no harm, no foul.
Bro, I've already answered that question 3 times. Can we move on?
Okay, that's fine. I need you to explain to me why you saying that, and don't say because he murdered someone. That's not actually explaining it. I need you to actually logically explain it. Because at this point, you're just playing in my face.
No, I'm literally not. I've said the point many times.
You've said a thing. You haven't actually substantiated the thing. I need you to explain to me what the justification in your eyes would be, and you can't say the justification for murder is murder. That's not how it works.
Okay, bro. Can we please move on, dude?
No, we cannot. We absolutely cannot. I need you to explain this.
Gosh, dude, I already did, bro.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you literally said.
Dude,
you literally said because he murdered someone. That's not explaining it.
Do you think these people?
I don't care about whatever question you have. I want you to answer mine. And if you can't answer mine, then we cannot move forward.
Okay.
Simple.
Okay. So say it one more time. Bro, okay, dude, it would be okay if he was murdered because he murdered someone else. He shouldn't.
You're not even fucking listening. That's why you keep saying that. I'm not talking about him being murdered. Alex Purdy, in this situation, in this example, he's still alive.
Yes, and you're saying that.
The question is, if Alex Purdy showed up with his weapon,
yes,
and killed an ICE agent, would you say, let him go home and give him freedom?
No.
Why did you just change your answer?
Because that's not what you just said like 2 seconds.
That's literally what I've been saying this entire time, but you haven't been listening.
Bro. You said if he murdered someone else.
Yes.
Okay. Now that we got that, now that I changed my answer, can we please move on?
No, we cannot move on because the question was there for a specific reason. Do you think I just asked you the question just because it was like something randomly that popped in my head?
Okay, can I ask you a question?
No, I had a point. I literally had a point.
Okay.
All right. So you're saying that him murdering someone else would not be justified, but you think him being murdered because he has his weapon is somewhat justified. Is that accurate?
I don't think it's. I think it's a little less than somewhat justified, but I think the fact that there is a debate, then that can be more. It's more justified than any of the other murders that the left isn't talking about.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Okay.
Do you think that he should be in jail?
I do not know anything about. Was that the one who like shot a gun or something?
Kyle Rittenhouse killed a BLM protester and was acquitted for murder.
Okay. I don't know anything about that. I'm just being honest, bro. I don't. I don't know what else to tell you. Can I ask you a
Tell me
question?
what you were gonna like. What's the point of you being up here tonight? Like,
Okay,
what are you talking about?
Okay, well, I was gonna ask. Do you think that the deaths that the right talk about are less justified than the ones that the left are currently talking about now?
Be specific.
Like, okay, so you got people like Good and Alex Preddy, and the left is all, like they're protesting, they're talking about them everywhere. But then like the right, where it's like Charlie Kirk and the Laken Riley and Jocelyn and that Ukrainian girl on the bus. Do you think that the left murderers? I mean, they're all tragic. They're all tragic, of course. They're all tragic.
Can you tell me specifically who was a left-wing ideology murder in any one of those examples that you gave?
Well, two of them were by illegal immigrants, and that's currently what the left is advocating for.
Which two was done by illegal immigrants, or not illegal, undocumented immigrants? Not illegal. No one's illegal.
Laken Riley and Jocelyn, and it's like you got.
And Jocelyn, just to verify, that's the white lady that was on the bus, right?
No. That was the Ukrainian girl. Jocelyn, I think, was a who was Jocelyn? 1 second.
Hey, I know you can hear me because you're looking up. When you come back out, please don't use L. Riley's name anymore. Her parents specifically said that's not something that they wanted people to do. So if you're going to talk about her, you can say L. Riley, or you can just say Riley, but don't say her name.
Yes, Jocelyn. Okay, sorry about that. Jocelyn, yeah, she was the 12-year-old girl that got murdered by an illegal immigrant in Houston.
Or undocumented immigrant. Undocumented immigrant.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you got L.
So again, tell me where either one of those are people that have left-wing ideology. You're sitting here saying that people on the left are advocating for undocumented immigrants. No one's advocating for undocumented immigrants. They're literally advocating for human rights and constitutional rights, but no one's advocating for undocumented immigrants. So, but tell me how that's left-wing ideology.
Well, I kind of want to. I'm kind of talking about like the reaction. Like, I don't think these protests. Like, I believe you made that point that these protests aren't doing anything without any violence.
That's not what I said.
Okay, well, do you support these protests that are currently going on, like these ICE protests?
Sure. I mean, I guess.
Okay. Well, I disagree, but
I don't care.
You got these protests who are involving people getting murdered, and I don't think protesting is good. Like, I didn't support the BLM protests. I didn't support the.
I don't care if you like support a protest. That means nothing to me.
I agree.
Like, again, can you make your point? Like, can you make your point? Because you're saying a lot of nothing, and I need you to be specific.
Okay.
What are you using as far as justification, as far as right-wing ideology versus left-wing ideology, and any of these murders that you talked about? Because you gave me 3 different murders, and none of them was committed by someone who has a quote-unquote left-wing ideology. Even if you talk about Charlie Kirk, the alleged person that killed him literally came from a family full of Trump Republicans. His grandmother actually said that she doesn't even know a Democrat. So I'm so confused again as far as where you're getting this ideal from, that any of these are committed by people that have left-wing ideology.
Okay, like I said, I think like it's like George Floyd dies and like the
now you're moving on to George Floyd.
No, I'm comparing them.
Please address one of the three things that you already gave me. No, I don't want you to compare it. I want you to finish your point about the three that you already said. Why are you trying to give me another example when you already gave me three?
Three examples, like what like the right examples? I don't know, dude. But let's talk about the war that Trump ended in Bangladesh, dude.
No, fuck that. No, why would I? Do you see anything about a war in Bangladesh on my background?
Yes, dude, Trump ended it, dude. He ended it with his deal with KTE and Habib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Sheila, you said let him speak. Sheila, I'm going to send you a request. How about you come up here and speak? I'm going to mute you, Sheila, because one, I don't care what you're saying in the comments, but I sent you a request. You come up here and speak for him, because like I don't know what the fuck that was. Like, I don't know what that was. It literally seems like he wanted to talk about something else. And since I wasn't talking about that thing that he wanted to talk about, he kept trying to move until he could get to that thing. Not going to do it. W's in the chat for Renegade, who sent a $10 super chat to say, massage noir is such a beautiful sounding word for such a horrible social behavior. It is. It really is. W's in chat, Renegade. W's in chat for S Dizzy for the $10 donations and hashtag kick fund. This know nothing. Hit him with a little magic trick. I just got him up out of here because like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, really? Really, people? W's in chat for Valerie for the $10 donation saying it's nothing that you're missing. It's what they're missing, brain cells. I concur. W's in the chat for Amanda for the $10 donation. Amanda said, I'm always listening, always learning from you and a few others. And because of it, I'm an all around better person. Thank you. Doesn't cover it, but you know that you're appreciated for all that you do. Graduated with gratitude, not graduated, with gratitude, Savvy. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. W's in the chat for Michelle for the $5 donation saying thank you for what you do. Michelle, thank you so much for the 5 and your kindness. And holy fuck, guys. W's in the chat, W's in the chat, W's in the chat for Shady Rose. Shady Rose and a $40 donation. Massive W's in the chat for Shady Rose. Holy shit, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links and Linktree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Guys, if you look up at the top and you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. We are driving to 100,000 followers. And so far, we only got 68 followers on this current stream. We've been on for an hour. I know there's more than only 68 people that don't follow me. So if you look up here, you see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Trying to get to 100,000 followers. Wilson, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Luxury is handcrafted and assembled in American factories.
I think Wilson is AFK. Welcome in, Jen Raid. Welcome in, Jen Raid. Welcome in. Welcome. Guys, again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Guys, take a look at the box because there's a lot of people in the box, and I think some people may be like friendlies. I don't know what's happening. So look at the bottom. If you see the pink and blue person, you're good. But if you see the gray person, that means you're in the request and you're here ready for some debates. Hi, Billy, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
No, I'm not. I hit that button by mistake.
No
I'm
worries.
Kamala, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I'm an old boomer.
How's your Friday night going?
It's pretty good. Not too bad.
What you got going on tonight? I was still talking. Dang it. I was still talking. That wasn't me. Again, guys, check it. There's a lot of people in the request, and I don't know if it looks like there's some friends. Yes, you're right. Boundaries. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Fuck that. Do you like peanut M&Ms? Just like it's a yes or
Eminem needs nuts in your mouth. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Serge, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Sound like they're playing Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat! Guys, only request up if you are Trump. Looking like there's a lot of people in the box, and I'm telling you, it seems like there's a lot of friendlies. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I'm so sorry, Santana. I didn't mean to join. I was just tapping. I appreciate what you do, though.
Thank you. Have a good one. Guys, please check down at the bottom. Again, like I think that a lot of people have accidentally requested up. If you see the gray person, you're in the box. Hi. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm clearing the box. If you're in the request right now, don't touch anything. I'm just completely clearing the box and only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. I'm just kicking everyone out of the request. If you get back in the request, that means you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with something on the background. I cleared everyone out of the box. Everybody's gone. So if you're in the box now, that means you are purposefully in the request. That means that you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with something on the background.
My bad, Santana. I didn't mean to join.
You were in the box before, and then you like were here,
No,
and
my
then
bad. I was just tapping the screen, bro. I didn't mean to.
I don't believe you. I blocked you. No mercy. I'm dead ass serious. Like he was in the request, and then like he came back. Not playing games. Don't even care if it's a mistake. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background?
Can the change and come back down?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
What? What's a good idea?
All right.
Do you want to tell me what the idea is?
Hello? Yes.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
You're a Trump supporter.
Yes.
Hey, what's the good idea your wife was talking about?
Yes.
Oh, all right. What can I call you?
Just I was fine.
Oh, all right. Oh, you are a Trump supporter. What do you disagree with the most on the background? Where you would like to start?
A couple of them. I mean, I know you were talking about MAGA being violent, and you can probably talk on that, and then white privilege, and got some opinions on that as well. But I guess we can follow up on the gentleman you had before that about.
I wouldn't follow up on. He was.
Yeah, he was
said something bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't try to build my argument on what he said. I would, just start over if that's what you want to talk about, or you can pick
fine.
something else.
He wasn't sure about who Rittenhouse was and a bunch of other people. So what I would say is, if anything, is, I'm just curious as to, where you think is what that means to you as far as MAGA being violent, considering the last 8 to 10 years, that's really mainly been on kind of you could say left side, you could say, I know you mentioned, obviously with CK's, murdering or assassination, we could say, yes, granted, he might have come from a Republican house, but you can be Republican or Democrat in a Republican house and vice versa. So that doesn't really have any meaning to it. You can have someone who could be in a religious house and completely is an atheist. So really that doesn't have any bearing on any of that. Every individual person is an individual person and can, disagree or go down a different route, which he obviously did. And from his background and background checks, and obviously, he had some ideology that was very much left leaning, which is
where are you getting this from?
Well, how about the
just
bullet
FYI,
cases?
I believe in like yeah, that's a bunch of gorper shit.
It's not. You can't say that when it actually is
literally a
factual.
bunch of gorper shit.
It's
like,
not. That's the problem.
Okay,
you guys. So besides that, besides
okay,
you saying
wait,
you came from Republican
don't,
parents,
one
what
second.
is your evidence?
Hold on for a second.
What's your evidence?
What I need you to understand that I do here is I need you to substantiate things. I was letting you speak, but you like stepped in it for a second, because even if you were talking about the history of violence, like you were wrong on that, and I was going to check that, but like literally the things that you say, I'm going to make you prove. And we could talk about the bullet casings if you want and what was carved on the casings, but I'm telling you that is groiper shit, and it's literally
on the
a bunch of edgelord shit.
So what was on the casings?
Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, that's part of the conversation. You can't get upset by just talking about.
No, I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying we're going to do it.
Well, I wasn't upset when you said, "Hey, his parents were Republicans, so he must be potentially leaning that other way."
Can I finish my sentence?
Sure, go for it.
I said, I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying, okay, we're going to do this. I mean, I just thought this was something that was understood, but if you don't understand, that's fine. I'll run through it again with you. But like,
well, you don't know what I understand, what I don't understand. Just because you think it is something doesn't mean it's true.
Question for you. I normally don't have this question for people, but I'm going to throw it out there to you. How old are you?
I'm 40. How old are you?
You're 40. Okay, you're 1 year older than me. I'm 39. Have impulse control. Please stop starting your sentence in the middle of my sentence. All right.
You good?
So what I'm saying is that I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to run through this with you, and we'll talk about the actual bullet casings and what was carved in the actual cases, and then we can go from there. Okay.
That's great. And then cite your source. Fantastic.
Thank you. All right. So let's talk about what was carved in the bullet casing. So there was a couple of things that were actually carved in the bullet casings. The carvings, let me make sure I have them here. There's a couple of different phrases, and one of the phrases was, hey, fascist, catch. There was another one that said, one that had an up arrow, a right arrow, and 3 down arrow symbols. And then there was another one that was a catchphrase that said, notice Buggles OWO, what's this? All right. So with these actual shell cases, these are from chat rooms. This is kind of like what's called a quote unquote edgelord. Do you know what edgelord is?
An edgelord?
Edgelord. I'm telling you, it's young people shit. That's why I didn't even think we were gonna have to talk about this. I mean, you're 40, I'm 39, and we're sitting here talking about like edgelords. And I promise you, it's gonna get super like young and weird and shit. I didn't want to do this, but for some reason, you're making me do this because you don't actually know the thing. But that's fine. Do you know what an edgelord is?
I'm telling you, I don't know what an edgelord is.
Okay.
Which I guess means that I'm just, again.
No, it just means you're 40 and you shouldn't know what it is. And if I didn't have to know what this is, then I wouldn't know what it is. Like, trust me, like this is not something for us old people. You know what 4chan is?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is exactly though. Is it for younger people as well?
Yeah, it's a whole alt-right neo-Nazi type shit where they're on there, and it's like it's connected to like the gaming community and like Discord and Groypers and Nick Fuentes. It's like it's a whole rabbit hole. Like I promise you, it's like a whole thing. How about this? This may be easier. Tell me where you thought that like any of these encasings had anything to do with left-wing ideology.
So who specifically uses fascism in their ideology?
Yes. The left wing talks.
Right
yes.
or the left?
Yes, I get it. But again, if you don't have, or is that what you're going off because they said, hey, fascist catch?
Okay. Well, yeah, that's part of it.
Okay, I'm telling you, that's not it. That's why I said you have to know 4chan, you have to know like Groypers, you have to know like the whole, it's a whole thing. It's literally a whole thing.
But you just told me even like right off the bat, like even without knowing those, and obviously we don't, well, you know them now, but we typically, us old people don't. But what I'm saying is that,
go ahead and build in your case and telling me why you think this was left-wing ideology.
But that's my point is,
sure.
I said one word, no, the fascism, and you immediately knew what I was talking about. So
yes,
how?
because I talk to people all day, every day about this, and I know what fascism is.
Correct.
I know what fascism is. I know what communism is. I know what socialism is.
And I understand.
Also know what these memes are. What is mewing?
But what I'm saying, hold on.
What is
what
mewing?
I'm saying is, but you're not letting me finish my statement.
What is mewing?
I will answer your question in a second.
Do you know what
I'm actually
mewing
trying
is?
to get to a point to say you prove the point that I didn't have to say what side it was on.
The point is going over your fucking
and you
head
went right
because
there. So
I'm not
why did
proving
you
the
go
point
right
because
there?
I know
There
it.
has
I'm
to be a
proving.
reason.
Okay. Stop and listen to me. I'm not proving your point because I know the thing. There's literally 1.8 thousand people watching right now. You add YouTube and Twitch and Instagram over 2,000 people. I'm close to 100,000 followers. Actually, hit that follow button. If you look up at the top, see the word follow, that means you're not following me. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. I'm close to 100,000 followers on this count, 400,000 followers on my backup account. Like I'm all over, and I do this every day. So I have to know what fascism is. I have to know what communism, socialism. I have to know authoritarians. I have to know history, and I also have to know like shit that I don't want to know. So you sitting here saying that I knew what you were gonna say by you saying fascism does not prove the point. The only thing that it proves is that I talked to enough of you numbnuts to know that you all say the same stupid shit and you don't have any premise as far as your stupid shit that you're saying. That's all it proves.
But you're right. It proves on both sides, right?
It literally doesn't.
No, I mean, that makes zero sense.
Me knowing what
right.
fascism is does not make you right.
But hold on, but the right has their own talking points. Would you agree?
Okay.
Okay, and so does the left.
Sure. Do you know what mewing is?
Mewing is something to do with your mouth and your jaw, or trying to formulate. I have a daughter. She knows what that is. It's like sticking your tongue out and trying to make your jaw line. I don't know.
Sort of.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's weird. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you know what mogging someone is?
Mogging someone? I don't know.
Do you know what look maxing is?
No, why?
Do you know what it means to be Sigma?
To be signaling?
Sigma.
Sigma. No, are these like all young people terms?
Yes, and I'm telling you, all of this is like you don't understand the shit that was on the bullets, and you think because you saw one word that it's left wing, and I'm sitting here telling you you don't know the shit.
So when he said fascist, that's something to do with younger people.
I'm telling you, it's a 4chan thing.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't talking about fascists in the sense of normal fascists. I get what I'm not even saying that you're wrong in your thought process. Literally not saying that you're wrong in your thought process. I'm just saying that you're wrong because you don't understand the context as far as how that's being used. Question for you. You're my age, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. If I told you something was the bomb.
Yeah.
What would that mean to you?
It means it's great. It's the best.
Exactly. But like, they don't use that terminology now. Like, people would look at us crazy. Like we're saying, there's an actual bomb or some shit. I'm telling you, even though they're using these words, it's not what you think.
Look, I can agree with you. I would agree with you, or I would go down that route. I'm a reasonable person to say, if it wasn't a word that's been used or something that I would understand, or
also specifically the fascist thing came from a video game.
I get it. But what I'm saying is that that's a very high coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. It's
Come on, man.
It's
like I get it. Like,
literally, it's an online thing.
Things I get it from 4chan or whatever it's called, and
it's
all this stuff that's in there. I get it. But I mean, you even said before, like, listen, and we can agree to disagree.
Forget that one. Give me any other justification.
We can agree to disagree on that.
No. Give me any other justification for the shell casings. Like any other justification.
Well, no, I mean that's really the main point of
that's the one word that you pulled up. There was multiple. What about the Bella Ciao? The one that said Bella Ciao.
Well, Bella Ciao was, again, it's a fascist term from Italy and from Italians that, again, goes to the same premise of catch this fascist. I mean, it's
sure. Where has it been recently popularized? Where has it been recently repopularized?
Yeah, I get it.
Where has that been coming up on a lot recently? That maybe like a damn it, what is it called? Gosh, what is it? What's the term, chat, where you like a verbal stem? Verbal stem. Vocal stem, yeah. Netflix. I'm sorry. Give me anything else. Anything else. Oh, are you there?
Yeah.
Give me
anything else, like another something else.
Anything else for your justification? Like Tyler Robinson. Like I do think that like there's been propaganda about him being left wing. There's also been propaganda about him being right wing, but there's been no definitive answers. There's a lot of murkiness around what did or did not happen. But the one thing that I know for sure is been the overall influence of his family. So sure. Anything else as far as your justification for the left perpetuating violence? Because when I say the right wing has perpetuated violence, I'm talking about, like, we can look at a comprehensive 30-year study of the ideology for mass shootings, and overwhelmingly it's been committed by people who have right-wing ideology.
Sure. Well, I mean, we can go back to even Tyler one. I mean, he ended up having a relationship or a partner with, a trans
I
person.
said, give me something else, because you're talking about this one thing, and like that's one where there's a lot of conflation around it, but there's a lot of proof to, in my opinion, the right. There's a lot of proof to your opinion to the left. That's fine. Sure. That's a one-off. Let's look at the whole and the summation. Again, I have a comprehensive study that looks at a 30-year history of 3 different ideologies: right wing, left wing, and Muslim ideology.
Sure.
And over the last 30 years, when you talk about mass shootings and the mass shootings that have occurred within the United States of America at about a 57% clip has been done by people with left-wing ideology. Did he run? Not him fucking running after making me talk about like some fucking looks, maxing and mewing and mogging. Son of a bitch. W's in chat for Ratstorm for the $5 super chat to say, I can afford this. Cat is doing well. Finances. Fiance broke his shoulder multiple times, but here's a few to celebrate my B-Day and B-Day. Brad, thank you so much. But hey, listen, you're a YouTube member. You can always use your thing to send support, but take care of yourself. You're a part of our community. W's in the chat for Ratstorm. W's in the chat for Renegade for the $10 super chat to say you shouldn't have to tell people you're a responsible person if you manage to behave like a responsible person. I agree. I completely agree. W's in the chat for CJ for the $2 donation saying, hey, Santana, you come into my live sometimes. I just want to say you're an amazing person. Keep doing great work, Sparring, and fighting the good fight. Absolutely. CJ, you are crushing it. I enjoy stopping in every once in a while. Like a lot of people don't know this about me, but I literally lurk in a lot of different creators' lives and watch their lives. And I enjoy, people who are actually able to get debates, because sometimes it's hard to get debates. W's in the chat from Maggie for the $5 donation saying, I love you. Take care of these cornballs. Maggie, thank you so much for the love, the support, and I will definitely do it. And guys, fucking W's in the chat for April for the $25 donation, saying thank you for all that you do. April, thank you so much for your love, your kindness, and your support. You're awesome. W's in chat for Dragon, who sent a $1 donation saying, does he know stop sign? I bet he doesn't. They don't know any of these things. And personally, I'm too damn old to know any of it as well. W's in the chat, guys. If anyone else would like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on the YouTube, you can send a super chat. I will read that out. Guys, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. If you look up at the top, you see the word follow. You're not following me, hit that follow button. Hit the follow button. Also, follow the backup to the backup. That's the backup to the backup. We're on the backup to the backup last night. I'm giving everyone a fair warning. For tomorrow morning's live, we will be starting on the backup to the backup. So if you're not following this account as well, hit that follow button, because this is where we're starting tomorrow. We will not be starting on the main. We will be starting on the backup to the backup. We are trying to create redundancy and ensure that no matter what happens, they cannot stop us. They cannot stop what we do. And so we want to make sure that we are building redundancy across the board. So make sure you are following not only the main, but follow the backup to the backup. And again, only request up if you are a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. And that person didn't load. Oh, the box is jumping. Jumping. Ladies, leave your man at home. I don't know if this person's gonna load. You're thinking the same thing? Yeah. I don't think this person's gonna load. You know what's a classic? I need a soldier. You know you got it, girl. I'm the hottest around. I don't think this person's gonna load either. Let's see if this person load.
Hey, I like how you did the last guess, Santana, and played it off. That was the fakest I've ever heard.
What are you talking about?
The last guess. See, he was about to cook you, and then you just kick him.
Did you come up here to glaze him, or did you come up here to actually debate?
Nah, bro, he cooked you, and then you got derailed.
No, bro, he cooked you. Lock in, Bubba. You're up here. You're literally up here on the panel. No one wants to hear you glaze him.
Your mind exploded, and you kicked him, Santana. It's cool, though. I understand. He cooked you.
If I kicked him, first and foremost, cool.
You did.
If I kicked him, I was literally talking. How did I kick him?
Because he cooked you.
That's fine. That's fine. How about you do the same? Are you here to debate or no? Like you fucking ran. You're a fucking coward. You guys are all cowards. You suck. You guys suck. All you do is run, each and every one of you, a bunch of cowards. And you came up here to glaze just so you could run. You're a coward. Why would I kick someone when I'm sitting here fighting to get a debate because you guys can't hold a logical thought? Stop it. Stop it. W's in the chat for Autumn for the $1 donation saying, I just wanted to remind you that one of the shells had noticed your budget on it. Tyler was a QAnon conspiracy online 20-something incel groiper with a, I'm not going to read that last part. I got it. W's in the chat, Autumn. Thank you so much for that $1 donation. Again, guys, W's in the chat. If anyone else likes support live, you can do so. Pay links and link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Wait, did I read that wrong? It says, notice you're budged on it. You're budged on it, not budget. Budged. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. All good. All good. We're good. Again, only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. We're only looking for some debates. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter, disagree with anything on the background. White privilege, American exceptionalism, MAGA's violent, left eats their own, patriarchy sucks. Liquidity, why do you keep coming back? I did kick him. I'm kicking you out of the box now. There's no way you're coming. Is Jimmy still here? Jimmy, get up here. Where's Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy. Aw, Jimmy. Aw. Jimmy has his request off. W's in the chat for Renegade for the $20 super chat to say I'm 41 and shouldn't have to know what a groper is. Also, 24 hours until I kiss my MAGA town goodbye. Oh, that flipped out on me. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Boom. 24 hours until I kiss my MAGA town goodbye. Moving off the grid and it feels so good. Listen, I'm so happy and proud for you. I'm so happy and proud. Easy on model for the Army engineers. I know that's right. Listen, I'm so proud for you. I'm happy. Take care of yourself and, make sure you got all your supplies. Make sure you got all your supplies. W's in the chat. I'm thinking, chat. We've been on for an hour and a half. Is it worth a restart? No? Yes? You just joined, so yes. Swan said yes. If Swan said yes, I gotta fucking do it. Damn it, Swan. W's in the chat for Ellen for the $10 donation. And Ellen just sent the $10, just some love. Ellen, thank you so much for the $10 donation. W's in the chat. You want to hear the song again? Don't laugh, Swan. I'm gonna only do it because you said yes, because I know for a fact if I wasn't live, then Swan would be live. Would you say Swan has decided? Swan has decided. God damn it. All right. How about this, guys? How about we hit a restart and go to the backup. See if we can shake some trees. How about that? You guys want to see if we can shake some trees loose on the backup to the backup? I think we might have a little bit better luck if we, trust in Swan. Yeah. All right. Is everybody following? Is there anyone, raise your hand if you have not followed the backup to the backup yet? 1.6 thousand people. Raise your hand if you have not hit the follow to the backup to the backup. What's the backup? No, it's not the backup. It's the backup to the backup right here. Angie, you right here. Click on my face on this one right here. Look. It's literally me. Hi. It's literally me. Click on that one and press the plus. Click and press. Click and press. Oh, you're on a PC? Dang it. The name is Santana Reloaded 24. The name is Santana Reloaded 24. If it's not letting you click on it, Santana Reloaded 24. Is everybody good? We locked in? Can I hit the reset? That's so long. Listen, I'm complicated. Are we good? G to G chat? G to G? All right. I'm not even gonna get up. I'm just gonna switch accounts. As a matter of fact, this is what we're gonna do. Drop this down. And then I'm gonna switch over on YouTube right now just to make sure that this is an overall quicker process. because we're just going to go over and we're going to do the thing. So I'm going to check YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and switch you guys over right now. All right, YouTube. YouTube is set. YouTube is officially set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end the live, and I'm just switching accounts. It's going to take like 15 seconds, and we're going to go to the backup, and then we're just going to get active, right? But remember, whenever I go to like the backups, they always show up and they do the weird shit. So I need everybody locked in and protecting the live and doing all the good things. All right. We good? We good? All right. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. I'll race you. I'll race you.
No, I know, but you did vote for him, right? Like you voted for him?
Yeah, I'm 100%.
Okay, cool.
Andy says, does she live here?
Here, we'll grab the verdict. That way. Whoa, that was loud.
I won. I beat all you guys back. First. Who said second? Nah, Josh, no, I won. No, fuck that. No, absolutely no. No, who cheated? No, fuck that. No, I absolutely won. I was the first one here. Like you guys are just too slow. Like that's it. That's it. You guys aren't as fast as me. So there's that. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this.
You stepped in the box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in chain. One wrong word, get slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this a war zone talk. No script, no filter, no safe walk. Bring stats and get scrambled like a glitch. I got fire in my mouth like I came from the pit.
Hey,
step in if you dare. Truth hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script. One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Hey.
Step in, don't you wanna?
Yeah.
Sparring with Santana. I don't care what you claim or your background. Facts only, if not, get clapped down. Whether you're left or right, or you don't even vote. If your logic is weak, I'll sink your boat. You talk slick, but you ain't got source. Just vibes, that ain't power, that's force. I'm the test, the trap, the trip, the call.
Hey.
You step once, I'm snatching it all.
Boom.
Step in if you dare. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick.
No cap, no shield. Better know your stuff or you get revealed. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana. Step in if you care. Hit hard like a punch in the air. Ain't no rules, no plan, no script.
One wrong move, get cooked real quick. No cap, no shield.
Better know your stuff or you get revealed.
Step in, don't you wanna?
Sparring with Santana. Yeah, this ain't your safe place.
It is not.
This is flame space. Step in, don't you wanna? Sparring with Santana.
Guys, welcome back. All right, we're on the backup to the backup. So that means if you have not sent your daily heart me, go ahead and do so. It's only one coin. It'll boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Also, guys, repost the live. It would really help if we repost the live. So make sure you repost the live. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. If you're friendly, tap the screen, share the live. Send your daily heart means it's only one coin. It will boost the live and push us out to the FYP. Vote, bro. You can fuck off. You're not getting up here. I don't understand why you think you would be accepted into my life. It doesn't work that way. You can go. No, thank you. No, thank you. You smell like old collard greens. Did I drop my back? Oh, okay. My main? How did I drop my main? Dang it. W's in chat for Corey. Corey, did you drop my main? Corey's up. Okay. Only request up if you are. I didn't run. Stop it. Only request up if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background. America is sick, like super sick. And the reason is because of white privilege. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, there's more. Not just white privilege. But American exceptionalism, the right is absolutely violent. Left, we tend to eat our own. Like, that's a problem. And the patriarchy. All of these things have added up to where we are today within society. And literally, we are in a place where our country is being torn apart. And the problem that I have with the current standing of our country, and I know that a lot of people want to blame it just on Donald Trump. But I think there's an introspective look that we have to take as a country to understand that it's not just Trump. That's the pill that a lot of people don't want to swallow. The problem isn't just Donald Trump. The problem is the society that created Donald Trump, who enabled Donald Trump, and who pushed him into the highest seat in the land. So we can talk about all the negative impacts that the people on the right and the right wing of the political spectrum has done. And I'm not saying that they haven't done horrible shit, but what I am saying is that everyone's accountable. And it doesn't matter if you're on the right, if you're on the left, or you don't even vote. You're accountable. Because in a society that worships the ultra wealthy, that gives access and status and protection to a predator because he's a man, because he's white, because he's rich. That's the society that has bred Donald Trump. A society that is geared towards the military-industrial complex, a society that believes in colonialization, a society that thinks that being an individual is the way that we sustain. I said this earlier. I was on a live and I was talking to a black guy who was a Trump supporter, and I said this because I truly mean this. In order to be a black person that supports the Republican Party or a Trump supporter, you have to be individualistic, right? You have to be someone who thinks about self. Because black people as a whole, we normally are communal people. Kevin, Yeah, I don't care. You're like, I'm sure you're like a troll account, but I'm muting you and sending you a request. Come up here. Get in the box, bub. Put your big boy pants on. Get up here. Get up here. Black people as a whole are very communal, meaning that we, to a fault, are welcoming. We embrace each other. We embrace others. It's a whole thing. So I talk to any black person that you know and ask how many black people, say like, hey, how many cousins do you have? And watch they start naming a shitload of cousins. No knock on white people, but white people, you guys don't have cousins for some reason. Like, that's weird to me. You guys don't have cousins? You didn't grow up with your cousins? But like, that's black people as a whole. But the point that I was making is that black people, in order for a black person to say, I support Donald Trump, you have to be someone who is no longer embracing the idea of progression for the whole, and you're only thinking about progression for yourself. But that's the society that we live in. That's what this society has bred. Santana was against the guy that wanted segregation. Don't want to get confused. Oh, I don't know. You know what's so funny about segregation? I saw a video about this, right? And like, it's fucking these white racist people, right? The ones that are specifically like, go back to Africa, like those, right? They talk about how like we want separation. And they even talked about like that town. What was the town in like Arkansas or some shit? Whatever, like the white only town in Arkansas. And all non-white people saw them doing that. I was like, that's what's up. Do your thing. Have fun. Right? And they got mad that people weren't mad that they wanted an all-white town. We were like, fuck it, do it, go. Fucking go, be by yourself. Like, go live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere by yourself. If that's what you want to do, have at it. But they got mad that we weren't mad that they were doing it. But then they talk about like, oh, why is it we would love for black people to, why won't they build up their own neighborhoods? Why won't they build up this and they do their own this and do their own that? But they never talk about every single time that this has happened throughout the history of our country. Literally, it's been destroyed. Everybody knows Black Wall Street, right? But nobody talks about what the fuck is happening under Lake Lanier. No one talks about, hey, fucking Central Park. That's weird. Something used to be there. They never talk about the places throughout the history of the country where non-white people have said, we will build our own and we will be successful. And they were so upset and so racist that they decided to literally burn it to the ground. Hell, you can talk about modern day history. Modern day history. When a bunch of black women wanted to invest in black women and started, it was a bank, right? Or it was either a bank or a finance group. I got to look it up for sure. But to invest in black women in tech. The Fearless Fund, exactly. And they got mad that black women were trying to invest in other black women. But don't they talk about like the bootstraps and shit all the time? Don't they say like, hey, grab them straps and start the booting or whatever the fuck the saying is? But every single time it happens, there's always the outside interference to destroy it. Maybe it's a misunderstanding because I don't understand. I don't know. That's my soapbox. Regardless, until we address these things, our country will never be, it'll never be right. The thing I do kind of worry about, though, since we're still waiting for any opposition to have the testicular fortitude to get in the box. I mean, again, if you're a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background, get in the box. The thing that I do think about often, because I'm 39, right? And I say I'm old, but like logically speaking, I'm close to like midlife, right? And the thing that I sit back and think about often is like, what type of nominal progression am I actually going to see within my lifetime? Like for the rest of the life that I have left, what's like the most positive thing that I can see shift before I head to the upper room with Jesus, before I, kick the bucket? And the thing I worry about our country is that, and I said this prior to the election, I literally said this prior to the election, that whoever won the 2024 presidential election was going to have impact on the country for the next 40 to 60 years. So Donald Trump, what he's doing today will shift and affect nothing as you're pushing America, you grift for profit. Smokey, you call me a grifter? Whoa, Smokey, come up here. I'm going to meet you, Smokey. Get up here. Come tell me about it. I sent you a request. Come up here and tell me about it, Smokey. I muted you. Smokey said, I grift for profit?
So what's America?
America, the United States of America. Yes, Smokey.
See, there we go. How many articles of amendments?
Smokey, what's your point?
Exactly. Proving my point. Have a great night.
That's all you got? Smokey, don't run like a coward. Get back up here. Get back up here, Smokey. Not Smokey being a coward and running. Being a coward and running. What's so super interesting about Smokey is someone who used to always be on my panel and someone who I would platform. Welcome back.
Correct.
Smokey,
I would be on your panel. And
tell the people why you're mad. Don't crash out and run.
For having
One second, Smokey.
Constitutional questions.
Smokey, stop. You know me, and you know for a fact I will let you speak. Don't be weird. Don't crash out and run. I've never done that to you, but you decided to come in here and do this. So let's do it. I will give you the floor. Tell the people why you're mad. I know why you're mad. Tell the people why you're mad. Floor is yours. You're muted. I'm going to send you a request on mute.
I'm annoyed that people think that America is a country, that you don't push 7 articles, 27 amendments. You don't do any critical analysis. If I asked you what the U.S. coinage law for presidents or a person being on U.S. coin is, if I asked you ripping down the White House, what does that do? If I asked you who gets to write rules of naturalization, if I asked you the structure of government, could you answer any of it? Mm-hmm. When was the United States founded?
I'm giving you the floor to finish your whole point before I answer.
When was the United States founded?
Smokey, I'm giving you the floor
I'm
to finish
asking
your
you,
whole...
this is a conversation.
This
You have
isn't
to
a
prove your
conversation. I
knowledge.
want you to finish your point before I say
I've already proven it. When was the United States founded?
You really haven't.
When was the United States founded?
1776.
Nope, 1787. Ratified 1788, written 1789.
Okay.
So you're pushing 1776.
Tell the people why you're
America.
upset.
So when somebody doesn't know the name of the country, when the Constitution...
So Smokey won't say it, so I'll say it. Smokey's upset that people are saying America, but in the Constitution, it's the United States of America. What Smokey is truly upset about is the only thing that he knows and the only thing that he does is the Constitution. So any conversation that we've had in the past, Smokey has only talked about the Constitution. Smokey has no premise as far as anything else outside of the Constitution. Smokey has even gone as far as saying the problem with people having rights is that you other yourself. The white man doesn't other themselves, but you other themselves. So when you talk about trans rights or black rights or anyone else's rights, it's othering themselves. Smokey, you made the decision to do whatever the fuck this is. Now I'm speaking. That's why I said I was going to give you the time to speak. And now I'm speaking. This is not a conversation.
You couldn't answer a question.
Smokey, I'm
couldn't answer a question.
That's fine.
You couldn't answer a
Smokey,
question.
for some reason,
we'll drop down.
Was literally that
bullshit.
Like literally.
Every
Smokey, have
Democrat
impulse
does.
control. Have impulse control. I literally gave you the opportunity to speak. I said I was going to sit here quietly and let you speak. The issue Smokey has is that he said before the election, when he would join my panel often, that the members in Congress were traitors because they said that they were members of Congress for America, not members of Congress for the United States. So now Smokey's mad. Yeah. I don't know. All I know is Smokey's someone who does a lot of talking but has no actual action. Oh well. You say you really don't understand. I promise you there's nothing really to understand. Like he literally, I haven't seen him in months. And then he just came back in the chat being weird. So I guess that's a thing. I guess that's a thing. I don't know. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Okay. Drop you down. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
No, Santana, I'm a fan, but I got muted. I think I asked a question like twice. They said don't spam, but I got muted and I didn't mean to.
Okay. So I'll unmute you. Was it a question about another creator or something?
I was just asking when you were talking about like.
Oh, you're unmuted. Well, you're not muted. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, I don't know. It's like not like it wasn't. Oh, now it's like
they might have put you in like timeout. The mods will like warn people and then like they'll mute you for a certain amount of time.
Okay. No, I was just asking like what do you feel? Because I don't know the answers. Like, what keeps racial divide going right now?
Hold on one second. Delta. Corey.
Hi.
Corey, did you
Yeah.
mean to come up? Yep.
I sure did. Yeah, I muted you because you were asking questions that, you can go find the answers for in a space that's not a black man's space. It's not his job to educate you. So you really have, and you asked it more than twice. You put it in the comments probably like 4 or 5 times before I muted you. And so to request up to go ahead and continue. Sorry, my daughter's still up.
Good, Corey.
I didn't mean to offend or anything. I thought there was like kind of an open conversation with people like saying things. And I wasn't trying to, I actually try to educate myself as much as I can. I read quite a freaking bit. And I was just curious what Santana's Curious on his personal feelings on like what keeps it alive, because that confounds me
So-
every day.
Do you see that there's like a whole background though there of like what he's talking about?
Yeah, I do.
And have you heard how many times he's said he's looking for debates with Trump supporters?
Love you, Santana. Sent you a birthday present, a good one. Hope you had a good birthday. I'm gonna back out here because I don't want to do this.
Drop you down, but I just want to let you know, and not only you, Delta, but every single person watching, like FYI, like I appreciate you, chat. I love you, chat, but I'm always right with my mods, so I will always defer to anything that any of my mods do. And also, there's no way that you can say that you're part of our community or you like appreciate me if you're not respecting the mods, because the mods are literally an extension of me, especially like people like Corey. I might not like Corey and she might be my op, but no one else's. Like I will fight you over Corey, even though you suck, Corey. Sometimes.
Sometimes. I'm gonna drop down because I gotta get this baby to bed. But yeah. Okay. Bye.
Guys, yeah, please remember, like, I truly mean this. I don't really watch the chat that much. Every once in a while, I'll look down at the chat and I'll see what's happening. But the mods, they really run the show in the comments and stuff. So, like, please be mindful of what the mods are saying, because the mods really run the show. So, hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background?
I definitely would say that I am a Trump supporter. Do I like? What do you mean? Like, do I agree with like white privilege?
I said, do you disagree with anything on the background?
Sorry, you have like a thing.
I have a thing?
No, you had like a gift and it was like blocking the screen before.
Oh, W's in the chat for the gift.
I don't really like fully like understand like there's such like bland terms. Like I like how you actually included something else for the other side, like the left self-sabotages. You don't really see like much of that. But I guess like
there's a lot for both sides.
No, yeah, you're 100% correct. I just feel like you don't see like bipartisan takes like that. Like I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got smoke for everybody.
I'm guessing like what are you?
I'm leftist.
Yeah, okay. So I guess white privilege. I don't know.
Sure. What about white privilege?
Well, like, aren't you the one that's like saying like what do I disagree with like about it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's prevalent.
What do you mean prevalent?
I'm kind of confused like what your basis is here about like what is your take on it? And then I guess I'll tell you like we could debate.
America's sick. Why is America sick? America's sick because of white privilege. It says U.S., but that's American exceptionalism.
Yeah, I understand.
MAGA, the right, is violent. The left, self-sabotage, and the patriarchy is harmful to anyone that's not a white man.
Okay, so I guess that's one about like how you have to be a white man in like America. Yeah. Like that's a good like I don't think that's true in the slightest.
You know what the patriarchy is?
Is that when it's like a male or white male dominated area where people tend to side with their own and keep picking like that? Is that what you're saying?
It's a hierarchy, and depending on different intersects, you fall on different spots within the hierarchy, and white men sit at the top of the hierarchical system.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Things are geared towards the white men, and it has overwhelmingly been harmful to anyone that's not a white man, and it literally has led us to where we are in society today. You can talk about like left or right or whatever, but over 90% of all members throughout Congress, through the 250-year history of America, have been white men.
Oh,
and
yeah,
so no matter
sure.
if you think that the country is shitty or not, it's because white men. Like things are fucked up because of white men.
I mean, it's kind of an interesting take.
You were saying for sure everything until I said that last point. You was riding with me when I was explaining the patriarchy, But then when I said the patriarchy was the reason why shit was fucked up, you backed off that one.
Well, I just think it's like kind of interesting. Like if I was thinking of, I guess I'll use Venezuela for an example. If
Why are you using Venezuela
well, just,
instead of
it's like an
instead of the
analogy.
U.S.?
Well,
No, I don't want to talk about Venezuela. Let's talk about the U.S.
Well, I was using an analogy. I was saying like I don't think it's like a
I
bad
don't
thing.
want. I don't want to use an analogy with
right.
Another
I'll just
country.
say
I'd
it
rather
straight up
talk
then.
about our country.
I don't think you understand analogy, but
I understand
so, yeah.
analogies. I'm telling you, I don't want to use an analogy. I want to talk about our country.
All right. Okay, I understand. So, would you say that white men, like the ones that you're speaking about, are the creators, like the founding fathers?
No, they're not creators.
Really?
They've been colonizers. They've been violent. They've had a monopoly on violence, but they haven't created shit.
I would. That's like I don't understand your point. They didn't create anything.
No.
So what is the system that you're talking about that's patriarchal? It's made up.
It's a system based on violence. When I say create, I mean like actual like creation as far as formation that anything that's beneficial, anything good. A lot of people talk about like inventions, and throughout the history of the world, like a lot of inventions and things have been stolen. Even when you talk about like the country, people say, oh, they made this country. No, they stole this land. They stole people from Africa to build this land after murdering the indigenous people. And then they stole cheap and free labor from other immigrants throughout the history of the country. And now there's a huge push to deport the immigrants that have been maintaining the country all the while they're just trying to keep the country white, not understanding that this massive push for deportation is going to overwhelmingly harm the country because of like social and economic implications.
Yeah. So I'm like 100% up for debating with you, but I just can't like giving like too many. No, dude. You're just giving like way too many terms. Like you went from about setting the system up to this country being built by black and not.
Oh, I told you the history of the country.
No, well, yeah, but that's like there's just so much I don't agree with. Like I think we should stick to like a certain
pick a point and like
we can like keep going. But I don't want to like keep bouncing at like other areas. Like I guess the one to start is you're saying that we didn't set the system up.
Who said that you didn't set the system up? No, never mind. Stick to this. Okay, tell me how the patriarchal system has benefited anyone in society that's not a white man.
Well, I guess first of all, this patriarchal system that you're speaking about created the Constitution, right? Which is the most reprinted and most influential document in the history of the world.
Who was the Constitution written for?
American citizens.
No, it wasn't. Don't make me get Smokey back up here. I just like had a whole thing with him, like, but don't make me get him back up here. I know you say the Constitution 3 times, he's gonna show up like fucking Beetlejuice. But like, who had rights when the Constitution was created?
The 12 states, the delegates. Like, I don't know what you're trying to say. Are you trying to say that it was just white men?
Nope, it was more specific than just white men.
Well, I guess tell me. The people, like, it's like we the people. Like, you really think that?
I don't think that you know a lot.
Do you mean like property owners? Like, I don't know what you're trying to get at.
Yes, there you go. White men that own land. Literally, white men that own land. You had to be a white man to own land to have full rights and access to the United States Constitution throughout it and when it was created. And throughout the history of the country, everyone else has been given rights. And since everyone else has been given rights, then the actual Constitution was created literally to uphold the patriarchy, to disenfranchise everyone else. And from that point, everyone else's rights has been negotiable, right? That's why you see certain rights added, stripped away, or even under
like
attack.
Amendments and stuff. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying. Added, stripped away, or attacked. And then you also see certain things like black people. Hey, did you know that black people Every 25 years, they have to pass a bill saying that Black people get to vote.
Like you mean like reinstitute the amendment like every 25 years?
Every 25 years, they have to pass the vote that allows Black people to vote again. Yep.
Isn't that how it is for like all the like it's not like mutually exclusive, right?
It's only for Black people.
It's only for the 15th Amendment?
It's only for Black people.
I'll be honest with you, I had no idea that was a thing. But I guess it's never been taken away. So
Chris Santana makes stuff up with his opinions and calls it truth. You think so? Godzilla. Hey, I'm gonna mute you. Come up here. Oh, hold on. I don't know what that was. Oh,
well,
no, I don't want to
I
mark
guess we
you. I
could
want to
speak
mute
about
you. I'm gonna send you. Hold on one second. I'm doing the thing. I'm embarrassed.
90% of this
Get up
country,
here. Get up here, Godzilla.
European
Go
bill is
2-on-1.
not built by us.
Yeah, so again, like the entire point that I'm making is that everyone else has had to be given rights. And so when you talk about the patriarchal system, even you talk about the Constitution and how great it is or whatever, like it's only great for truly for white men that own land, which still goes back to the patriarchal system, which still speaks to the disenfranchisement.
And that's how you
of
think it is
anyone.
now?
I literally just told you that like every 25 years, Black people have to have the right to vote again. Like the queer community is literally under attack due to the Constitution, right? You can talk about, you know, the fact that there's Republicans who are looking to overturn Obergefell, which would take away the right for gay marriage. You can talk about Republicans who are looking to strip away voting rights for women. Hey, did you know if the SAVE Act passes, then a bunch of women won't be able to vote? Did you know that?
What in the SAVE Act entails that?
Yeah. So the SAVE Act it's really about voter suppression because they would look to switch the ability
like
to
the voter
vote based
ID
off of
when you're speaking about?
it's based off of the ability to vote with a passport. Like that's the big thing, right?
Yeah,
It's
so
like access to a passport, still speaking.
what is your basis
Still
for the
literally still speaking.
Yeah, like what's your basis for the renew?
I don't know what he thinks that means when I say still speaking, if that means that he thinks that he should continue to talk while I'm speaking. But the SAVE Act, the major factor is having access to a passport, which would disenfranchise so many people. But there is a provision as well that states that if you use your birth certificate, then if your name on your license isn't the same as the name on your birth certificate, then you can't vote. And question for you, TDAC, why would women name be different on their license versus on their passport? I'm sorry, on their license versus their birth certificate? I'll send you a request to unmute.
Sorry, I didn't know I had to turn my thing on.
Yeah,
you were saying why is it different between when they have their birth certificate and they have their driver's
why would it
license?
be different? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. When you get married, you change your surname and stuff. Yeah.
So in the SAVE Act, if a woman wants to use their license and they have to verify with their birth certificate, if their birth certificate and their license don't have the same name, they can't vote. So married women are automatically disenfranchised.
So what I wanted to go back to, sorry if I was speaking over you before.
Can you address what I just said?
Well, the argument I have is about your basis, because I actually looked up what you were talking about the black vote.
Can you
getting
address what I
renewed
said? Sure, we can go
every
back in a
25
moment.
years, and
That's
that wasn't
fine.
true. So I
It's
don't.
literally true. That's fine. But
So
can you address
I
what I
think
said?
further
I'll
on,
go back to it. Hey, TD, what the fuck is happening? Do you hear me speaking? Can you address what I said first, and then we'll go back? Like you're moving all over the place.
Well, the reason I was saying that was because, okay, in the situation you're saying, if that's true, that women have different birth certificates and different licenses, that definitely infringes on the women's right of voting. 100%. You're not wrong at all. My basis, though, go ahead.
The point of me bringing that up, because we're talking about the disenfranchisement of people, and I talked about like how rights are being stripped away, and I talked about how voter rights are under attack. And it speaks to how the Constitution can be interpreted or changed, and based off of like where things are and how things are currently being done in the country means who gets whatever level of access to full rights. But the group that never has to worry about having access to full rights is white men. Exactly. So with that being said, with the examples that I gave, can you tell me how the Constitution is your standard when the Constitution, from its inception, was only for white men that own land? And even with the rights that have been given by others, there's still so much fluctuation and so many things being taken away.
So with the points you've given me, and this time even talking, I went to my computer, and because what you're saying, I've never heard this stuff before about black people having to renew the voting.
That's not answer the question. You're still trying to move back to that.
But your
no, I'm not just listening.
All right, I'm gonna have to leave. Your examples are bullshit.
Can you please
and you're
speak to what I said before you try to move off something else? You've been moving. You know what? Okay, just leave. Sure. That's fine. That's fine. That's literally fine. And if anyone wants to know about the actual extension approval of the Voting Rights Act, it happens every 25 years. And the last time that it was approved was in 2026. And the Senate approved it not 2026, 2006. And the Senate approved it 98-0 under Bush. And again, it has to be renewed every 25 years. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, but he won't even address the point that I gave. Debbie's in the chat for Emerald for the $2 donation, saying the slap nuts are waiting for new talking points. Like they have no talking points at all. Debbie's in the chat for Haley for the $5 donation, saying thanks to others, I've learned Black Wall Street and countless other cities that were destroyed. I see you. You're quite literally descendants of royalty. I hope we can help heal generational trauma. Thank you so much, Haley. I appreciate the $5. And yeah, I think that's a like role and responsibility that we all have to take on as far as like healing society as a whole. And also, like somebody get Smokey a new pocket constitution and something make him feel better. That was in chat for Joey for the $50 donation. Joey said, had to share this quote from Neil Peart. What is a master but a master student? And if that's true, then where's the responsibility on you to keep getting better and explore avenues of your profession? Listen to you every day. Love what you do. Thank you so much for Joey, not only the amazing quote, but the donation and your kindness and support. I agree. Like every single day we can work on something. Every single day we can be better. Every single day we have an opportunity. And so we never want to miss out on any of those. W's in the chat for Joey. W's in the chat for D for the $19.99 super chat. Didn't say anything, just sent some love. W's in the chat for JH or Jen H, who became a late night tuber. W's in the chat for Renegade for the $10 super chat to say my neighbor just screamed calling me a holy shit. I'm so sorry, Renegade. Holy fuck. I'm sorry that happened. Hopefully, I know you're moving like in 24 hours, so like you'll be done with that, but I'm sorry that you had to experience that. They're literally mask off because they know you're leaving. Holy shit. W's in chat for Renegade for the super chat, and W's in chat for MacD. I sent a $2 donation to try to send me a insult. I got it, whatever. Guys, if anyone else like to support the live, you can do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, pay links in the link tree in the bio. Santana speaks for you. If you're over on YouTube, you can send a super chat and I will read that out. Guys, this is the backup to the backup. If you look up at the top, if you see the word follow, more than likely you see the word follow, hit that follow button. Hit that follow button. This is the backup to the backup. Make sure that you are here. I could have sworn that TDAC said that he had to go. Like TDAC said he had to go. Like he wanted to talk. He wanted to do his Googles, but he immediately I gotta go. But you're still in the comments. What are we doing, boom? You muted me. You had no impulse control. Here, I'm sending you a request. Get back up here. Get up here, you clown. Sent you a request. Get up here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I didn't mute you. I wanted you to answer my question. You wanted to talk about the actual renewal. No, before you get to talk about what I've already spoken of, you can actually look at the last time it was passed and how it works. I want you to respond to the thing that I said first. You don't get to talk about whatever you want to talk about without responding to the thing that I said first.
Voting rights for Black Americans are constitutionally guaranteed. There is no...
You're a fucking idiot. You literally think that I'm just going to let you do whatever you want to do. The hubris of the mediocre white man. For you to do a quick Google search on some shit that you have no idea about, and then for you to sit here and pretend as if you are some type of expert and you know. Yes, Swan, we know, Section 4. Like I'm just going to let him go educate himself. Like, the fuck are we doing? And he's backing the request. I'm not letting you back up here, you asshat. Got it. Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with something on the background? Hi, are you a Trump supporter or disagree with anything on the background? Drop yeah. I like it like that. Oh, okay. I think that's it. Besides, old Tetris in the request. Old Technus. Oh, this is the guy that's like the fake Brock. I don't want to talk to him. Luke, no. The requests, the options in the request suck right now. I'm good. I'll pass. Bring them up? No, absolutely not. I'm not talking to either one of them. I have no interest in talking to either one of these people. It's okay. I'd rather talk to myself. Debbie's in the chat for Emerald Dark, who sent a $2.22 super chat to say, Happy Valentine's Day to you and your beautiful wife. Thank you so much. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Thank you. Honestly, though, we're at like almost 2.5 hours. I was going to just do 2 hours. So like we're at time anyway. So Swan, when are you going live? What's your YouTube? Santana Speaks right there. Santana Speaks. Swan, when are you going live? Crash out. I need help. Whatever. I'm going to mute you. Come up here and tell me about it. Crash out. Where you going now? Oh, Faisal's live? What's Faisal's at? We'll send him a raid. Here, I'll drop it. Can you pin his at, Swan? When's your B-Day? I just had one. January 30th was my birthday. All right, guys. Let's go raid Faisal. Swan, are you going over? We're gonna raid Faisal. You have a set schedule? For the most part, yes, but my schedule will be like locked in stone starting. Thank you. Are you going over Swan? Sure. My schedule will be locked starting this Sunday because we're gonna get back into late night sparring and also brunch with my creator. So yeah, I'm gonna update all my social media so you guys can see like the schedules and stuff. All right, let's get out of here, guys. We're raiding Faisal. This is right
You
here.
stepped in the
Faisal.
box. Now you're in the ring. Ain't no hugs here. You better take your best swing. Mike Hot, who wanna step in the flame? This ain't a debate, this a mind game. Facts type lies, get left in shame. One wrong word, you slapped out your name. This ain't TikTok T, this is Warzone talk. No script, no filter, no safe
Out of here.
word.
Not you trying to come up now. Not you trying to come up now to get some of this outro. Fuck out of here. You're not gonna come up here to try to do the outro with me, you clown. Come up here and try to get some of this good shit. Stop it. They knew what they were doing. They thought they were slick. Swan, can you pin Faisal's ad again if you're still here? I gotta lower it so I can talk. Guys, no, I'm not restarting this. We're getting out of here. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you, Boss Lady Fun. I appreciate you. We're getting out of here. I'll be back tomorrow, though, guys. I'll be back, and we're going to start the live on the backup to the backup. So make sure you're following the backup to the backup. Hit that follow button before you go. If you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up before you head out the door. It help push out the VOD. We're going to go raid Faisal, Santana raid, show Faisal some love. Tap the screen, knock out the daily gift code, do all the wonderful things, guys. I love you all. Thank you all for the gifts, the taps, the likes, the shares. Thank you all for hanging out this evening. Thank you for everything. I love you all. And as always, peace.